Well, good morning. I am going to put my Tim Hortons coffee, the one I got yesterday, because Tim Hortons screwed up the order. They're good at doing that. So I got an extra coffee. I'm going to pour it into my Winnie the Pooh mug here, put it in the microwave, and do my happy dance when the microwave goes off because it's time to drink coffee, pretty much. Yeah. So just Casey went to school today. Henry is still not feeling well. Right now he is still sleeping. It is 8:30 and he's still sleeping. And I know he's not feeling well because he is not acting like himself. Yesterday he pretty much just relaxed in the rocking chair with his Nintendo Switch, watched YouTube, and just wasn't his energetic self. And he was like that for pretty much all day. And about 8:30, he went to bed. He went to bed at 8:30. That is way too early for him. Yeah. He came upstairs. I was watching ER. Talk about that later. Oh, happy dance time. But he came upstairs at 7:45 and we were watching Netflix, some cartoon, and 8:30, no, was it 8:30? That was at 7:45, maybe 8 o'clock, okay, you want to turn off TV and go to bed. And I was like, okay, and 8:30 he fell asleep. I was like, number one, that's way too early for him to go to bed. He's usually in bed anywhere between 9:30 and 10. Okay, depending how the night goes. Some days it's 9:30, some days it's 9:45. It just depends. But that's way too early for him to be in bed. So right now he's sleeping. We're going to see how he is when he gets up. Maybe a trip to the clinic will be in order. We'll do that. I don't know. I'll check when they open. Probably around 9. It could be open now, who knows. So, yeah, so we'll see. I'm just gonna let him sleep. Because yesterday he kind of was up through the night. So if he was up, that means I was up. So I didn't really get a good night's sleep. But that's what coffee's for, right? So if you have any more cup of coffee or tea, cheers. Here's to a wonderful Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday. I don't feel like Tuesday. No, I don't. So let's talk about ER. Okay, so I was watching the one episode where Mark Green, you see him pass away. He's in Hawaii with his family and spending as much time with them as he can, spending as much time with his oldest daughter, Rachel, and knowing what's coming, but even though the show aired 20 plus years ago, let me tell you, there's just certain TV deaths with certain characters that you love that still affects you just as same as it did back when you first saw it originally. Okay, it still affects you the same. You just don't forget. You're still attached to these beloved characters. And I was probably like 15 minutes. I probably had 15 minutes left. And then Henry came upstairs and I had to okay, obviously turn it off. So when he fell asleep, I came back downstairs and watched it. Finished watching it. And yeah. We all need a good cry. Let's just say that. We all need a good cry once in a while. It's very healthy. Yes. In my books, anyways. Yeah, and then at the end they show his funeral with all his colleagues there. And I was thinking, you know what would have been nice? It would have been nice to have seen George Clooney's character, Doug Ross, and Carol Hathaway there, because they were friends. Especially Doug Ross and Mark Green, they were friends. And Doug, he moved to Seattle. And it's like, he couldn't have made a trip, because George Clooney did come back for a little bit of appearance, just one scene, but he did come back for one of his good buds' funeral. Maybe he was there and we just didn't see him on camera. That's how I'm going to think of it. You know, that's what happened. He was there, but we didn't see him on camera. It would have been nice, you know, like, maybe they tried to get him back, but maybe Hot Shot was too busy with his movies. Who knows? You know? Yeah. So, yeah. But an episode before that where Carter is reading the letter and they find out about his death, and he's reading it, and at the very end of that episode, one of the medical interns students, Gallant, had a hard time. They were in the trauma room. Okay, it was messy, and he had a hard time, so he had to, you know, excuse himself and outside, and Carter comes out and, you know, checks up on him, and the guy is, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I thought I was going to be sick, and he's questioning himself if this is the right thing for him to do, is, you know, to be a doctor. And Carter goes, there are two different kinds of doctors. The kind that keep their feelings inside, and the kind that get rid of their feelings. And I was like, wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Grab your Kleenex, because in the first episode of season 1, when John Carter was first starting, it was his 3rd year, and he was in the trauma room, and it just got overwhelming. I mean, I can imagine what it's like, you know, like being in the trauma room for the first time. I don't want to know, like, I can only imagine. But he had a similar issue where he thought he was going to be sick, and he had to get out and get some air. And Mark Green came out and gave that exact speech to John Carter. And here we are, John Carter giving that same exact speech to another medical student. You know, it was like, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a circle of life, you know, it's a circle, you know, it's complete. Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh. And he continued on saying that, you know, people come here sick, you know, dying, and like, you know, they need us, and sometimes you have to like put your own, like, you put your, those kind of feelings, you know, aside, and you just have to be there for them. And it was like the exact same speech that Mark Green gave him. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, wait a minute, I recognize those words, but I had to go and check. And I went on YouTube, because that was over 150 episodes, okay? So I wanted to make sure, but I was pretty sure, you know, but I wasn't sure. I recognized the first part of speech, but I wasn't sure if it was all the same speech, and it was. So yeah. Oh, dang it, ER, dang you. And here I said, I started watching this back in, I think, November, December, and here, you know, I said, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take my time, because there's 15 seasons. I'm gonna take my time watching, and, you know, there's no rush, because I have other shows to watch. And ER just sucked me right back in, and I'm already I'm finishing up season 8, and I'll be heading to season 9. I'm like halfway through, so it's just that you get sucked back in, trust me. Yeah. But yeah. And then I pretty much, after that, I went to bed, and yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna let him sleep for a little bit longer, and then wake him up, and yeah, maybe, yeah, we'll get to the clinic. So I'm not sure what kind of vlog it's gonna be. It might be a short one, I don't know. We'll see. But coffee will help us, huh? Yeah, especially Tim Hortons coffee, especially free. That tastes really good when it's free. It does. That's the best tasting coffee, when it's free. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to check up on him, because this is unusual too, him sleeping in. That's not something he usually does, especially going to bed like 12 hours ago, because it's 8:43. So yeah, I'm going to check up on him. Alright, I'm going to finish this and go do what I gotta do. I'll be right back. I'll probably check in. Somebody woke up for a drink. Is that good? Looks like you are drinking in your sleep. Oh, now it's time for a snacky poo. Like I had my drink of water, and now I'm going to get something to eat. Then take a nap, right? Is that your plan? Sounds like a good plan. If I fit, I sit in my pool. He's silly. You're so silly. And back in we go for our snooze. With chubby cheeks, mind you. Yes. You got chubby cheeks? Yeah, yeah. Alright, good night. Alright, so I think for today's plan / agenda, I think I'm going to tackle the fridge. Take all the magnets and pictures off and everything on top and give it a good wipe. And I don't think I'm going to pull, I never say never, because once I start it might change my mind, but as of right now, I don't think I'm going to pull out the appliances and like sweep and mop. I don't think I want to do that kind of cleaning, but I'll start with the fridge. And that is one big job done. Check off my list. Oh. Does anybody else have a hard time deciding when you clean the fridge, you take every art piece off the fridge? Do you have a hard time deciding which ones can go back on? I do. Yeah, but I did, you know, I get to get rid of some that have been up there for a while, and like this one is Henry's, this one is a Christmas one, Easter egg, you know, it's like those ones were kind of easy to take down, but the other ones were kind of hard, but there's always room for new artwork, right? So yeah, look on the bright side. But I did leave some of my favorite pieces up here, and there's one new piece. And yeah, the boys can color me a few more pictures and I'll add it to the fridge because there's still room. Yeah, and I keep the artwork, like certain artwork like this, I have to grab more bins. I think I want like the bigger kind of medium-sized bins at Walmart because I have stuff from school and stuff that they've done at home that I want to put in a bin to keep. So, but I want to take pictures of them too for backup. So that's on the list to do. Yeah, so this will definitely be a keeper because it's gorgeous. He did a wonderful job coloring it. But it's not Christmas anymore. No. So I have Casey's drawings here of the watermelon and the peacock. Those are my favorite. I love how the watermelon has a bite taken out of it. And the newest drawing is from Henry. He drew this, the castle, because hello from Henry, because they were learning about castles in medieval times, and he drew that. And it's funny because when I look here, okay, like this is a catapult, but right here, who does that remind you of? Like, who does it look like? Like, it's the wrong color. It's not green. If it was green, but it's blue, it looks like Mike Wazowski. but it's not. But it looks like him, but it's not. Oh, yeah, and so you see I still have magnets. Look at, they're free, so that means they're waiting for that picture. Yeah, so it looks good. Oh, and this is, Henry got an A on his project. He worked with his partner. They were writing about the castle, different parts of the castle. They had to do a slideshow, and he did that. Him and his partner got an A, so awesome. Yeah, and then on this side, I just have this. This is a few years old when we went to church and he was in Sunday school. Henry drew that, and I've always loved it. So that stays, and yeah, top of the fridge looks good. So we're all set. So that was a good start. I didn't feel like moving the fridge out, but I figured, you know what, I will wipe it down and wipe the inside of the freezer. And oh boy, yeah. And inside the fridge, mystery stains. Inside the freezer, the orange, and I think there was purple sticky stuff, ice cream and popsicles. That's what that was from. The sticky stuff in the fridge, I'm thinking it was syrup, but I know, it's like, oh boy, yeah, you just never know. Oh, and like I pointed at the fridge on the door, and there was green stuff on there. That was slime. Slime found its way on the fridge. Yeah, life of boys. Yeah. You never know where you're going to find slime. Yeah. Okay, I had to switch back into my t-shirt. Much cooler. 3, 2, 1. Guess who's here? Thank you. Yeah, so that was a good job done. Good start to the kitchen. And honestly, I didn't even think I would do the inside of the fridge and freezer. I just thought I would do the outside. But once you start, sometimes you just keep on going. Yeah. So Henry, update on Henry. We did not take him to the clinic. Say hello. It's the Lois show. He woke up. I went upstairs about 9 o'clock. He woke up. You have your own water. And he is improving, so he's doing better. And even if we did take him to the clinic that we went to before is closed. And the other clinic that's close to us is virtual, and I don't want to do virtual. But he is getting better, and if he was getting worse, like if his sore throat was like still bothering him, that is starting to disappear, so that's good. But if it was getting worse, because like sore throats, you know, can be really iffy because it could lead to strep throat, and I've had strep throat before, and it feels like you have swallowed a bunch of swords, like you are practicing to be a sword swallower. I got that around Christmas, I think around 3-4 years ago, and it was terrible. It was the worst, yeah. But once you start taking antibiotics, it improves it. So his throat hasn't gone any worse, so that's a good sign. If it did, I'm pretty sure we can call our doctor's office, because they usually have a nurse practitioner there, and we would probably be able to get in to see her. But so far he is doing a lot better and improving and eating more. That was another sign that he wasn't eating a lot. So yeah, so we're good. I just don't want him to miss like a lot of school. He's missed 2 days so far. Yeah. Oh, is it time for a head scratch and nose scratch? Yeah? Okay. I did not realize that. I must have missed the memo. Yes. You're just a goofball. You know that? You and Taco are both goofballs. You have your water. I gave you fresh water when I fed you this morning. Did you even look? Probably not. No. She's like, your water looks better. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm just going to end the vlog because it's long enough and not much else is going to get done, but lots of head scratching for Lois. So yeah, so thanks for watching and tagging along and keeping me company. I will see you guys next fun video. Take care, be blessed, and as always, ta-ta for now. Bye!